You can start now then.
Alright, cool. I'll start the recap then. So, when last we left our party, they travelled to the ruins of a Colossus keep called Vitara, and had defeated the automaton that guarded the place and took its power core. They travelled back to Francisca's domain and returned the power source to her, and then bargained to sell some of the historical artifacts that they'd gathered from Vitara. After the trading had ended, Francisca took the party and Calsus Celsus to the edge of Bulwark, where she could drop them off without a commotion. To remind you all, you'd all been on a quest to retrieve this wizard, Calsus Celsus, when all of this started. Essentially, we ended the session right outside of the gates, like an hour's travel away or something. So when people are ready, we can start the session. You can just be, at the gates of the city.
Are the gates closed?
The gates are always closed, but there are people at the gates who, are awaiting your return. You went out on official business. I'll start music. Please work. There
It would
we
be
go.
fucking great if Nick's sports resort video, we sports resort video worked, and this wouldn't play.
It wouldn't be the first time we broke it on stream.
I guess we kind of just yell out to them and say we've returned.
Okay.
They're expecting us, aren't they?
Yeah, it doesn't take long before. You were sent off on official business, and your guide Blotius has sort of been busybodying around, preparing for your return. So you're only waiting outside for a couple of minutes before the gates, and they are these enormous gates, open a crack in order to let you guys walk in, carrying your sacks of gold and loot. And you are greeted at the other edge of the gate by your guide, Blotius. He's like, wonderful, wonderful. I'm very glad to see that you've all returned safely. Did you already return your beast of burden, or has the come to pass for it?
I just look at him and say, I think these guys can describe what happened to him and to emotion to everyone else.
So I'm gonna put my hand on his tiny shoulder,
Please,
and I'm gonna say,
just
how
tell me if it's dead or not.
good friend, how much does it cost to make a memorial for something?
Transport and living costs were paid, so the beast is paid for, but to make a memorial, how big of a service do you want to do?
Just something small in the park or something.
Inheritance, a bench? We could get a bench for...
Yeah, a bench. Or a little statue with a little crab on top, that'll do.
We could get a bench with a little engraving of a crab on it up in the Veiled Gardens for, I don't know, 100 gold donation. They could certainly set that up.
Right.
I want a song written about him.
Right, come to the right guy. I'm going to use a persuasion check to see if I can get that any lower. Can we roll dice in real life, or do you want us to now exclusively?
I'll trust you to roll dice in real life.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
Right, let me just put the light on.
As long as you know what you're adding.
Well, so persuasion plus 13.
Yeah.
20. 12 plus 13, 25.
Okay. He looks up. He's like, I would love to help you with this. I'd love to put you in contact with anyone who does it. I mean, you're not paying me 100 gold for this. You understand? It's a donation to the city, and in honor of that donation, it would be happening. That wouldn't really be a negotiation you have to have with me, per se. But I can get the conversation started, certainly.
Ask him if he can make it for you. Tell him you'll pay him to make it.
He starts sweating profusely.
I mean, to be fair, if we all put in 15 gold, I'll put 20 in, and we'll all buy a memorial. I think that's fair to say for our lost boy.
Especially Yolya, who definitely caused that poor creature's death.
Fucking Yolya, man. Right. Well, where do we actually need to go now?
Are you asking me as the DM?
Yeah.
To the
I
tavern.
mean, there was a lot of places that you wanted to go back to. You wanted to go back and buy.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know if we needed to.
The wizard's house is up in the Veiled Gardens, or the king is in the Bulwark Dragon's Keep, but you can't go there unannounced.
Well, I'm gonna go buy a good loot.
Okay. Well, you've previously been to Gareth's Glamorous Goodies, so you can return there easily enough. Once again, a cab across the city is called for you and already paid for, as per your agreement with Lord Duskwatch. What else are other people doing?
I'll probably go with him to look to sell this axe because I have no real reason to keep it.
Okay. The rest of the party? What are
Just
you
trying
up
to
to
see
now?
if I've got anything worth selling. I've got a few things, yeah. I'll go with them and ask about these things that I've picked up.
I
Sarah?
want to. Go on, sorry.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Rob?
Sorry. I was going to say I want to find someone I can use these tongues of madness mushrooms on. So I'm going to go to a tavern.
Okay. You know a couple of taverns.
Spoon bar, zone 3.
Yeah, there is
weathered spoon.
the... What was it called? Is it the Rusty Spoon? Hang on. Let me look at my notes. It was called the Ruthless Spoon. Yeah, down here. Alternatively, there is the Lovely Egg Inn, where you had rooms. Or the...
No, I want to be able to sleep there.
Okay. Sure, so...
Spoon bar.
Okay, so what is Risu doing?
I think Risu might be having some technical
She's
difficulties.
there. Shall I go and check on her?
No, she is.
Rona.
Yeah, no, my
Whoa.
microphone is doing the same thing.
She's very
Come on,
loud.
man, I've already eaten.
Oh.
It's very loud.
No, yeah.
I'm online, Ma.
My microphone's being weird!
I said I was going to go to the shop as well.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll go to...
Except
I mean,
Rob.
so you're all setting off in the same direction, and then Art is going to separate from the group as you go past the Ruthless Spoon. That's fine.
Bye.
For the sake of chaos, let's follow Art as he enters alone into what is, again, kind of a... it's kind of a dive bar, all right? It's, a working man's pub. It's full of just all sorts of people working on whatever time because, again, there is no sunlight. So for some people, it's 3 in the morning, and for some people, it's 2 in the afternoon. But yeah, what would you like to do, Rob?
Right, so I want to find some unsuspecting people who look like they're tired from work, but not like they've just finished work. Like they're tired in general from doing work. This is the morning for them.
Okay, I guess make an insight check.
All right. Insight 18.
Okay, sure. I mean, you can see some people who are in a suitable drunken stupor, drowning their sorrows.
All right. I'm gonna mosey on up to them. So, do I know because my character's got? Sorry. Thieves' Cant. So I want to make sure these aren't like my team, my guys, my dudes. So yeah, what can I do to just make sure that they're not people that also have Thieves' Cant?
You got a couple of options. Either you could try listening to them, and if they're speaking in Thieves' Cant, you would recognize it, or you could try speaking to them in Thieves' Cant. And if they recognize it, then, you know, they will. And if not, you're just going to be speaking a bunch of gibberish to them.
All right. I'm going to ask them, where's the best coffee shop around here?
Okay. In Thieves' Cant.
In Thieves' Cant.
Okay. The thing is, like, Thieves' Cant it's not a spoken language in and of itself. It's, like, coded messages in like turns of phrase. So you've like walked up to him and said like, "Oh, hi Michael, how's the kids?" And he turns, he's like, "My name's not Michael." What?
Okay, so they're oblivious. Good.
Who are you?
Sweating profusely.
What about the other guys?
You see like a couple of heads turn on the other end of the bar.
I mean, I'm going to keep it down a little bit. I'm not going to draw too much attention to myself. But I'm going to say, I see you.
What was the mushroom? Sorry.
What?
What was the mushroom?
It's called Tongues of Madness.
Tongue of Madness. I've
Tongue
got
of
it.
Madness. Yeah.
Okay,
not
carry
my,
on.
Not my player's thing.
Bring chaos to my game.
Could you not save this for another time, maybe?
He said, "Let's do this first." So we're doing it first. So I'm going to say to them, I've heard around these parts that people are getting tired of having no proper sleeping pattern and not having any energy because their body doesn't know when to sleep and when to wake. But I've got the perfect solution for that. I present to the... What?
Okay, yeah, carry on.
I present to the... Crack. I can't think of a better name for it.
Crack.
I call it crack. And,
Straight up just offering crack.
I'm offering...
Ground up mushrooms.
I mean, they're not going to know what crack is.
It's true. Crack isn't a drug in D&D world now.
Sorry, can I, if I could just interject? Crack never sounds good, no matter if you know what it means or if you don't know what it means.
It's true. Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because he already thinks you're a crazy person.
Shit.
Just
Persuasion.
walking up to him, calling him the wrong name, and asking about a family he doesn't have.
27.
Jesus Christ.
Well, okay. He's like, I mean, you're a weird guy, but there's just something about you. know? All right, there's got to be a catch here. How much money do you want for this crack?
So first time is free, as always. But I feel like another. It'll be 10 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 gold's a lot of cash, just so you know, for normal people.
Is it?
10 gold's an enormous amount of money.
Yeah, but the first one's free.
Rob,
So think of it as 5.
Can I just ask you, Rob, what happens if this guy just dies in this pub because this mushroom you just sold him? Do you have like an escape plan or anything?
You need to roll out to see if he's going to be alive after he's taken it.
I actually have a roll for him, but not for that.
I kind of really wish I disguised earlier, because this is not going to go too well.
Yeah,
it's alright. I got my daily
halfway
change of disguise
awful.
anyway, so it's alright.
Yeah.
But then Erland has no idea what disguise is kind of. But well.
Oh, yeah, you've never transformed since Erlan has joined, have
No,
you?
yeah, he hasn't met my transformations. He doesn't know
Wow.
what's going on.
This is going to be interesting.
And
Okay, so, I mean, with, a 27 in persuasion, he's like, well, I mean, if the first one's free, I mean, you told me what the catch is, I suppose. Am I just supposed to, eat it? Do I smoke it? What do I do?
yeah, he's supposed to eat it from the bottom, base to the top.
So,
Start
wait.
with the
You
stem.
literally just handed him a mushroom. I thought you'd like ground it up or something. You just handed him a mushroom that looks like a human tongue.
Wait, it looks like a human.
Yes, I told I
Ignore-
described this to you. That's why it's called a tongue of madness. It's because it looks like a human tongue.
Shit.
I mean, it's clearly a mushroom. It's not like you've just handed him an actual
Okay,
body
that's all right.
part, but it's, you know, reminiscent of a human tongue.
It's just how they grow.
Does,
It is just how they grow.
does this guy not know what a mushroom is?
No, he's a regular workman. Why would he be getting involved with?
Why would he be going out into the forest and looking at magical plants?
I don't know. You tell
You
me.
know, some salt of the earth factory worker, you know, blue collar. So yeah, he just takes a big bite out of this mushroom.
And I'm just gonna stealth.
So
20.
No, he's exactly on DC.
And I'm gonna just disappear
He's
into the
exactly
crowd.
on the DC, so it doesn't affect him. He's like, this stuff tastes awful. I don't feel any better at all. I'm not buying any more of this rubbish. Get out of here.
Damn. Well, he's eating it anyway.
It's true. It's if they fail the Constitution saving throw, then they
Okay.
have the effect. He was exactly on the difficulty class. So
Damn. What are the
he
chances?
succeeded it just there, just slightly less than half.
All right.
It's a DC 12 save.
Well, I got 2 more I can sell another time. So I carry on
Okay.
now with. I'm just gonna glide out of the pub and rejoin with the group.
After this failed drug deal, yeah, the camera pans up into the city and then back down into the streets to rest on our party of intrepid adventurers, probably bickering amongst themselves about how stupid art is.
Yeah, that literally the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, why is that guy going to be such a retard?
But
Okay,
retard means really
so-
smart in Erlan.
In common.
Common tongue, yeah.
Yeah.
In
Hilarious.
Erland, fuck you.
In the commoner.
Okay. So you guys are all brought out to Gareth's glamorous goodies. The bright pink, literal neon sign shining outside, beckoning you into this like very beautifully like carpeted room with glass display cases showing off various magical trinkets. You can see on a pedestal is the barrel that you now know to be the apparatus of Gareth, your scorpion tank that you once played in.
Yeah.
And Erlan, in fact, you can see hanging above the counter is the DOS loot with a little sign on it saying reserved and then a love heart next to it.
Okay. So before I'm gonna leave the room. I'm gonna leave the shop again, shut the door. Then I'm gonna kick the door down, and I'm gonna raise my loot, my gold sacks in the air to him.
Just scream, I have arrived!
Yeah, basically.
Just make like a charisma check or something, see how impressive
So
you
he
are.
doesn't think I just went outside to kick his door in. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I'll just what would I need to roll? D20 and then just add my
D20 plus your charisma.
Which
You would get
is-
jack of all trades, so there's the unskilled charisma bonus on your skills page.
on my core stats. Is it the mod 5 or is it the save mod? Just
It's
the mod, isn't it?
Not, but you get your half your proficiency bonus. So look at your skills page.
Yep.
Matt,
Yep.
And you see right at the bottom there is unskilled charisma check.
Oh, yes.
That one because that factors in
Okay.
the jack of all trades for you.
Okay, there we go. 14. Oh, god damn it.
Okay. I mean, no one immediately kicks you out and you didn't break the door, you just like kicked it open. But there is a large, like, you know, crashing sound. The little bell on the door stops ringing because it's been knocked off its thing. It like skitters to the ground in front of you. And like all of the shop assistants just look at you in silence. And eventually, like, a solid, 10 seconds pass before eventually one of them speaks up. Can we help you, sir?
Yes, I'm here to buy that loot.
That loot is reserved by a Mr. Chaddington.
That is I.
Wonderful. I will fetch the manager. And Risa, I think you're the only one with high enough passive perception. You can hear them whispering in the back. It's like, "This guy's just kicked in our doors screaming to ask for you, sir. He says he's Erland Chaddington." Manager's like, yes, that sounds like the right man. I'll be out right away. And
It's okay, Erland. They believe you.
Yay!
And this pink-haired old gnome potters out of the back room, steps up on a step ladder behind the counter and peers over. I said, Mr. Chaddington, as you can see, I've reserved the item for you. I mean, it was 400 gold was the agreed upon price for it. I hope you've come bearing the money now.
I have indeed, and I'm just going to slide it slowly across the desk.
Like a coin at a time.
Yeah, no. I'll just shove it in full, and
Okay.
Like he's at a poker table.
I will. Don't worry. I will wait, good sir, and wait until you've counted every last coin.
Okay. He actually opens up a little drawer under the counter and pulls out a magnifying glass. And he snaps his fingers in front of it, and something appears written across the magnifying glass. Excellent. Not a single coin short. Wonderful. Just a moment. That's actually not the real thing. It's only the display model. I mean, it's thieves. And he sends one of his assistants off, and they come back with this really ornate case, which is clearly a wooden violin case or something, which has had velvet coated over it, and it's been embroidered with golden tassels. And opening it up is this lute with golden strings. And it's a beautiful instrument. And Gareth says, "There's one thing I should warn you about. Now, there's a special effect with any instrument of the bard's that in order to play it, you must be attuned to it. Otherwise, it will try to kill you.
Oh.
It will hurt. So
Well,
take the time to attune to the instrument before you play it."
right.
I look at Erland and say, "Go on, give us a tune."
Before I play, I'm going to give to the old man, and I'm going to say, I'm going to do a persuasion, but I'm just going to say, I know you're not going to buy. It's not going to be worth much. It's an old, battered loot. But how much do you reckon as my little first loot? How much would you put on it?
My little looty, my little
So,
looty.
by default, it's probably, it's not a magic item. However, it has been used as a spell focus for you for some time. I'm assuming this is just the loot that you trained with and have used for all of your spells since you became a bard.
Yeah.
So, some magic will have seeped into it. I don't know. It's not likely to be much. And make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah, sure. So let me roll in real life. I seem to roll better than I do fucking click.
Yeah, because he can lie.
8. So I've got 8. 21.
21 is 21 gold. I'll be nice. I'll give you 21 gold for it.
That's a lot of gold.
I was gonna say that is a lot.
So
It is magic.
that's two mushrooms.
I do want to kind of keep a fragment of it. Can I keep the strings at least? How much would he take away if I
You
kept the
could
strings?
keep your spare strings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. That'll do.
You had to restring it before.
There we go. That'll do then. Oh yes, good sir. There you go.
Okay. So he takes away the loot, and it's clearly like shown signs of wear and tear. Like it's been restrung several times, and it's been like battered as you've been in fights with it. But I think it's probably something that Erlan has actually like taken a lot of effort to maintain, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, that transaction is completed. Gareth looks over at the rest of the party. And wonderful, the rest of your party are with you as well. I'm sure that you have come back from whatever dangerous adventures you've been on with many a tale, perhaps some valuable trinkets, perhaps some money with which you would like to part here.
I want armor for my cat.
Oh,
That's a very curious idea. It's certainly possible. I trade in enchantments mainly, but if you were to get a blacksmith to custom make you some armor, I could certainly enchant it for a price.
Okay, I might be back later then.
Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you. It's always a pleasure to deal with adventurers.
In the meantime, I say, well, I've got something that I'd like to part ways with, and begin to pull out the champion's axe.
Okay. I just need to pull up the champion's axe on, because I think it's an uncommon item. It doesn't say. It's +2 and an effect, so no, it'd be rare. It'd be worth a lot of money. He looks over it, and again he pulls out he pulls out a pill this time, and hovers it over and mutters something under his breath and goes, "This is a very curious item. Would you mind telling me where you came across this?"
So yeah, I found it in, what was the place called again?
Vitara.
Yeah, I was going to say I found it in the ruins of Vitara, scattered amongst its scattered amongst rusted wares in its armory.
I've never heard of these Vitara ruins. They must be quite old. It's very interesting. This axe doesn't show any signs of age. It's not it's not incredibly uncommon for magical items to be resistant to wear and tear, but if it's an ancient ruin, it should at least show some sort of wear and tear. The enchantment on it is very fine. Even if I wasn't able to sell it on, I'm sure there's quite a lot I could learn from the craftsmanship. Yes. And he spends a full minute and a half muttering to himself while poring over this item. Very well, I could part with 450 gold in exchange for this axe.
Oh God.
I'm like, wow.
Do you want me to come in and try and?
I'm pretty certain he's given a fair price there for 480 for it.
But an extra gold piece is an extra gold piece, though.
I mean, I've already got 687.
Jesus Christ, you gold,
Wow.
you gold fucking
Hoard.
hoarder.
yeah.
It's because I don't spend my money, and I don't spend any of your money, do I? Though.
Damn it.
I just have things and I sell them on, and I make more cash than I know what to do with. So I've become like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos in that sense.
Just absorb money.
So when are you going to buy this park bench with all that money, Alex?
Yeah, asshole, you're paying for this park bench.
You don't need
just
our
like-
15 gold.
Just a heads up that I am not actually going to put any money towards that park bench. It was not my idea to lure him down such a thing, and
Wow.
therefore I am not going
Fucking
to pay for it.
scumbag. What a scumbag, eh?
How about we do nothing to
What if
commemorate
you
him?
cared about poor Jeremy?
Let's put it this way: these idiots got unkilled. These idiots can pay for it.
Alright,
Anyway,
so
So I'm
450 gold.
I'll accept the 450 gold. Yes, I will.
Great. So immediately, he beckons over one of the shop assistants, who runs up and just reverently carries the axe into the like back room behind. And like comes out with like a small chest and places out. And feel free, of course, to count any of the money. Of course, I'm aware that mistakes do happen with counting out large sums of coin. And if you do take the time to count, it is perfect to like the number,
Perfect to it,
like
yeah.
not a single copper piece over or under.
Nice. So I thank him and then immediately shove the chest into my bag of holding. I look at him and say, "You have no idea how much is in this thing."
Is it heavy?
No, yeah, that's the point. Bag of holding doesn't get heavy.
Nice.
It feels like it's empty.
Yeah, I was gonna say it feels empty, and then sure it flaps around a bit.
So while I'm also here and I have way too much money to know what I do with, can I look around to see if there's other things that might actually pique my character's interest in certain regards?
Sure. Do you want to make like an investigation check?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll see what I can pull up that way.
More money than he
15.
knows what to do with. I don't know what I can fucking
So,
spend it on.
yeah,
Bitch.
your eyes are immediately drawn to some of the rarer items. Like the more powerful enchantment, the easier it is to sense that there is an enchantment on something. There's various wands dotted around the place. There is a small oscillating sphere which seems to like occasionally like jolt out and attempt to like hit the glass of its display case. There is a staff in the shape like the head of it is in the shape of like a scarab beetle.
Mm.
And of course, there's several swords.
Several swords.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm really too bothered by the swords.
I didn't think you would be.
No. So what's this oscillating orb thing then? What exactly? I point it out to the owner and ask him what exactly is it.
Logan is currently looking up the exact stats on it, but he says yes, it's one of the Ioun stones. Most famously, there is the Ioun stone of spell storing. However, this one is Logan is looking for it now. Where the bloody Ioun stone? Here we go. So, it is the Ioun stone of protection. So this stone is drawn to anyone who would wield it, and it like orbits around their head when worn. It will actually attempt to intercept any attacks coming towards the person, adding +1 to their armor class. And it's this like sort of, it's not even really a stone, it's like this crystalline sphere.
Ooh, interesting.
It's a fairly valuable item. What is most exceptional about it is, unlike many items that require attunement in order to have their effects begin, this does not. You simply have to wear it. They're quite rare.
I ask if he has other things of similar note. You know, i.e. something that will, you know, like out of game, Logan.
Mhm.
Does this affect my my monk standard defense?
No, it does not affect your unarmored defense.
So it will actually bump up my
Yep.
AC by 1.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, that's fine.
Alternatively, there is a cloak of protection, which I see your bard friend is in fact already wearing. It's a slightly more powerful enchantment. However, it does require attunement. The Cloak of Protection gives not just +1 to AC, but also +1 to all saving throws.
I see.
But it requires attunement.
What's the attunement time?
It takes an hour to attune to an item, and then it's attuned for as long as you choose to, but you can only attune to 3 things at a time.
That's it, yeah. So, I can only have 3 items attuned. Quickly, the gloves I'm wearing.
Definitely attunement.
They're attunement, aren't they? Yeah. So I'm pretty certain that's my only one, though, because my bag holding is a non-attuned item.
Yes.
And what was my other? I had one other magic item, didn't I? Was it? I can't remember.
Your bag of coal, that's technically a magic item.
Yeah, my bag of holding is my magic item, but I mean, like that.
Bag of coal.
Oh yeah. That one doesn't require attunement either, does it?
No, it isn't. It's like just a grenade.
Okay. So that's actually that. So in regards to the to the orb then, so that will just naturally give me a +1.
Yes.
AC, no problems. Okay then. I asked him the price of what his price are for all these.
Both of these 2 items, because of the difference in limiting factors like attunement and because of the slightly more powerful enchantment on the cloak, they are both 300 gold pieces.
Okay.
Each.
Okay. I walk over to.
Sorry, I need to put the DOS loot on screen for you, don't I? So that you can actually see what it does. Carry on, Alex. I am listening.
As I'm thinking about it, I slightly shuffle over to Airline and say, "Any chance you can give us a hand with lowering that price a bit?"
Oh, well, I will bargain with you now. If you put your fair share into the old statue, the old bench, the old bench, then I'll be happy to roll for you. Sway the gentleman.
Make it a statue.
I'll give you 5 gold.
10.
5.
10.
5.
9.
How about I just punch you in the face?
How about I don't persuade him and you have to pay all your fucking money? So
Hey.
I mean, I could try to persuade him myself.
do it then. Go on. Go ahead. Go persuade him. Let's see what happens.
So I'm like, oof. So fine.
So I go, oof.
So I go, fine. Fuck you then. Don't get any of your money towards this goddamn bench.
I stroke my loot in the corner.
I'm sorry.
You are just currently attuning to it.
I thought you said that he struck as in he played a tune. I was like, time to take damage. So I'm like, fine. I was like, being this is like together. If I buy both together, is there no chance of some kind of like a small a decrease in the pricing? Seems a bit extreme to buy both for 300 when I'm guessing.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, give me that high number. Oh, it's a fucking 10.
So I mean, you have to remember that enchantment is a very intensive process. If you were doing, I understand that these are very expensive items in and of themselves, but 2 items isn't what I would consider a bulk order, enough that I could justify a discount that would cut into my margins. You understand I have a staff to pay and a shop to run. This isn't just a hobby for me, as much as I do enjoy it.
So I think about it again. I turn to Matt and say, okay, I'll give you that 10.
Right.
15.
No, I'll take that. So I'm going to go. So obviously I'm going to go up to him and I say, I mean, this is what a lovely loot you've sold me. I mean,
I'm very glad that you're happy with it. I can't wait to hear the wonderful you play with it.
After such a generous purchase, I think we can all agree, and I look round to all the teammates and everyone in the store, say, what a generous purchase. I think a small donation for such loyalty to the brand of Gareth Glamorous Goodies. Come on.
Okay. Make your persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, god
because
damn
of
it.
the previous failure.
Okay, so 18 plus 13 is
A
A
lot.
billion.
It's definitely a
Roll
lot.
again.
31. Come on, roll. Well, 5, 18.
18.
God damn it, 18.
I'll admit I am quite fond of all of you. I could knock a tiny bit off the price. I could do both of them for 570 gold.
I'm going to turn around to Yoria and say, now isn't that fair?
Well, I saved 10 gold. I look at you and go,
Wait,
bang.
no, you saved 20 gold.
Am I though?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Is it? Wait. Oh
10
yeah.
gold for a certain bench, isn't it?
You've saved 30 on the magic items and paid 10 to Matt. So you saved 20 gold.
Okay.
Look, it would have been a much bigger discount if you hadn't screwed up the first time.
Sure.
Oh, gosh.
Because he wouldn't have had disadvantage.
Come on,
Damning.
Matt,
Damning.
why couldn't you just roll well on both of them, Matt?
On
You
both
have to-
of them. Oh, it's my fault now.
Yeah, it is. I'm not giving you my 10 anymore. I go. I agree to the 570,
Okay.
and so I'll pay 570.
570 gold.
You
And-
did quite literally say earlier, I have too much gold to know that I don't know what to do with it.
He doesn't anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't
What
anymore.
happened to that?
I still have 567 gold still.
Oh my god, you've still got like more than
It's
double.
loads. It's still twice as much as what I've got, and I don't buy
Just so
anything.
you know, I also have I have a total of 639 gold pieces because I have 7 platinum pieces as well.
God damn, you got platinum pieces.
Oh, I got a few platinum.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Yeah, we all should have had a few platinum pieces. I made sure I split the money.
Well, no, that was with
From
what's his
that.
face, wasn't it? That's the issue. That was with fuck. Jeremiah, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, you
No.
don't have that.
No, who did? I didn't carry over the money.
oh no.
Gregory,
no,
don't you mean?
you started with some money.
I started with 80, but I didn't get any of like the fucking platinum pieces
So,
Yeah.
or any shit that thing he had.
how do I set this up on fucking my armor now? Because obviously I'm armored.
So, I will tell
Okay.
you in just 2 seconds. Hang on.
One sec, if I do this.
Cool. So, let me tab back in. Open up your character sheet. Yeah. So it would be on the armor tab. Yeah. If you
There we
just
go.
type in cloak protection, yeah, tick unarmored.
There we go.
Cool.
And that's it. And then I just put in cloak of protection and whatever the other thing is called.
Iron Stone of Protection. I've created cloak already, but I'm creating the Iron Stone now. And named after a goddess of knowledge.
Actually, it's those. And I should do this one instead.
Which I guess makes Ioun canon in this world now. No comment.
Makes who, what, when, why?
The goddess of knowledge that this item is named after.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right. Protection, that's this one. Let's see. There we go. Save changes. Judge players. Right. That should work.
Yep.
So what's your armor class now, Alex?
19.
Pretty good.
God damn, yeah.
I upped it by 2 because the only way for me to increase my armor class is now, naturally, is to increase my wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I can't increase.
Your dex is already maxed out.
My naturally maxed out.
Yeah.
I can increase it magically if we find the right magic items, but
Well, you are in a magic shop.
yeah, but I don't think has he got anything that could give me like a
Would
big
you like to ask
jump?
the question?
I could do. Go on then, fuck it. Let's see if I can increase it.
Okay.
I ask him about if he's got anything that would make me even more. What's the word? Swift.
Yeah, I mean,
More
yeah,
agile.
sure.
There we go.
More agile. He does say. He takes a long look at you. He's like, well, there is one thing, and I will warn you, it is exceptionally expensive. Something to the tune of about 1,500 gold pieces. It is a book that can only be read once every 100 years. However, whoever reads it is said to become more nimble, more agile, more quick. I believe it's called like the Manual of Dexterity or something. Manual of Dexterity. Yeah. Manual of Quickness of Action, sorry.
Ooh.
However, again, it is exceptionally expensive.
Yeah, way more than I actually have. I have at all. Like even if I sold it now.
Between you as a group, if you had decided that this was a particularly valuable purchase, perhaps you could cobble together items of similar value.
I mean, would we all get the benefits from it?
No.
Only a single
know.
person can read it.
Do we
in
like
every
you?
century.
Do we like you that much?
No.
No.
It would mean I would only get an extra +1 to
+2.
my mod.
It's an immediate +2 to
Increase
dexterity.
for my dexterity score. But I'm talking about modern saves.
Yes. The thing that's so valuable about it is, one, there's only one of them in the world. It can only be read once every 100 years, and it can increase a stat above 20, which there's very few ways of doing that.
So it's a really, really rare item. I think it's way too out. I mean, like, I have 600. That means you guys, if I asked you guys, I'd have to get you guys to cobble around $1,000 in gold to allow me to do this. That's just
know if we'd be able to get that much
no,
together.
I don't. I think that's just too much money for us to physically give, and there's no way we could barter him down at this point.
Wait, what
Yeah, I
item
was
is
gonna
this for?
say it.
What it is, Rob, is allowing me to have 22 dexterity. Is basically what we're saying here.
Oh, right.
Not worth
Which
it.
would mean, I mean, it would give me, and all it would do is give me a +6 to all my dex mods, a +10 to my dex save mods, and an extra AC in my an extra 1 in my AC, so I'll go up to 20.
Mhm.
And there are other ways I can do that. Like I said, like I can do stuff to increase my wisdom and shit like that, which probably not as hard because there's probably
says, well, no matter if it's currently out of your price range. I mean, I wasn't expecting that it would be an easy sell. Of course, I understand. It's quite a lot of money.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is
Loan the money
too
from him.
much. No, how am I meant to pay him back?
Start up a payment plan.
Monthly installments.
Monthly installments.
Shut up, guys. You're not helping me here.
You know you want to.
Someone's gonna come around and break all your shins.
I mean,
I'd
you
like
could
to
just
see.
steal
firstly,
the other half.
Logan, I'd
Nah,
like to
truly
see them
would be.
try.
Half an hour,
truly
half
would
later.
be funny.
Oh yeah.
I would rate that funny.
Go on, Alex.
You know, I'd find the people who are.
Magic items, do it. I
Yeah,
dare
go pick a fight with the guy with the giant fucking crab walking creature thing on the wall.
I mean, I would pay the people to find Alex.
Yeah. Instead of spending it, I think that's the best way we can avenge poor Jeremy.
Poor
is by-
Jeremy.
by getting gambling debts under the name of Yoya and getting them to constantly chase her to the end of the earth.
I'd like to see them, one, try and catch me, and two, try and beat me.
Right, you're still in the pub, aren't you?
I'm gonna say that like by now Otter's caught up. He wasn't in the pub.
God
Yeah,
damn
no,
it.
I've been waiting to catch up.
So first of all, Nick, you haven't had your chance to do whatever in the shop. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't think I can compete with the other things that's
Okay.
been showed so far. I do have a robot shoe, if you're interested.
This was it.
Or, get this, a zombie nipple.
Why do you have that?
What?
It was,
I have
he
no
nibbled
idea.
the job, I assume.
I love these random pickups.
One
Tell me
time
more.
zombie nipple. I also have a pipe, which is apparently worth 10 gold.
Tell me more about your zombie nipples. I'm intrigued. How much?
I mean,
How
I have
much?
a special ability where I can just sort of twist my hand and just pull off people's nipples. And I
With
was fighting a
electricity?
zombie one day. Yep, my jolt of electricity through my fingers, and off came his nipple. So
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a one-of-a-kind item. So
Amazing.
if you're interested,
Amazing.
Human nipple.
I
I
love it.
guess.
a dead human nipple, yeah, but that doesn't sound as appealing, does it?
You know, talking like this, Nick, reminds me of a certain other character that used to hoard body parts.
Trophies.
Yeah,
Tell me
actually,
more
on
about these
second thought,
nipples.
I might keep hold of that. I'm quite fond of it.
I
But I
want
do
it.
have a robot shoe for sale. If
I want
anyone's
your nipples.
interested.
Give me.
My nipple. I'm going to glue it on like a third nipple.
what
Sew
happened
Christ.
what
So
happened
over the
to
top of
Anakin?
yours.
Sorry, I think I might have had one of them
So-
mushrooms.
Yeah, so this was it was a magical, well, it was a robotic automaton.
Yeah.
It did have magic. This isn't like an important functional part. This is literally, you know, a piece of metal with like some small resonant energy to it.
Which piece was it?
The
It's
shoe.
one of his
robot
shoes.
shoe.
So I got his shoulder pads.
Well,
Okay.
if you make a persuasion check, he will pay you an amount of gold equal to the persuasion check. Matt, you're not getting involved in this.
So yeah.
There's
So
a
I'll-
limit to how much he will pay.
Are we
Actually,
going to try
I'll
and
let- I'll
sell
let-
the shoulder pad and the shoe at the same
I
time?
thought it was agreed that it was there's only a certain limit that everyone will pay, obviously, for each item.
Yes.
But the rolls I make could just make them more likely for them to
Yeah,
give
but
that.
what I'm saying is that, well, say if you roll a 30, he's not going to give you 30 gold. He's going to give the maximum amount.
Yeah, no, I always thought that. Yeah, don't worry, I always thought that.
Okay.
I'll let Nick finish his bit first. I'll come back and do mine.
Okay, so I've rolled it on roll 20. I haven't got my dice here. But... Oh, 21.
21. All right,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you are a charisma-based character as well. You don't have expertise like Matt's character does, but you still have a decent persuasion mod.
Surely his charisma was questionable with the zombie nipple in his pocket.
I mean,
We're not
that's
gonna- We're not going to talk about that, Sarah.
that's just character building.
Yeah. It's part of the rich tapestry of the world.
Does he get better luck if he rubs the nipples?
That's how I charge up my electricity.
Bad.
Bad juju.
Demonetized.
Gotta do it somehow.
Yeah, so he looks at it, and again, like, he recognizes that it is a magical item. He's like, there's some magical resonance to it. I could use it as a
new
part
shoe.
of creating something else. I could use it for a shoe.
Just walk around. You're like a tiny dwarf as well, even smaller
He's
than
a
you.
tiny little gnome. He's
Yeah,
like
no,
giant
yeah,
2.5
shoe.
feet tall, and
Yeah.
this thing is made for a giant or like a demi-giant.
It's small man
can I-
syndrome.
Can I try and convince him that he could wear them as shoes?
No, no,
Can't I?
that would not make it more valuable.
No, I just want to persuade him that he could use them as shoes.
It might
I don't
do.
care about the value it
Carry
adds.
on. Yeah,
Go on,
persuasion
go on,
check.
persuade him.
So, I mean, I look at the others. You know, that's a good way to get them involved. You know,
Uh-huh.
lots of people might think you're a small gnome, right? But if you wear these shoes, I'm sure you could magic up a way for you to get these shoes on your feet and to work absolutely flawlessly. No issues. That's the thing. Think about it, you'll be the talk of the town.
There's only one shoe.
You'll be quite literally
No, with
the
the
talk of the
enormous
town
feet.
and the walk of the town. Yeah. I mean, everyone would know where Gareth is. If you could get the logo of Gareth's goodies on the side, think free advertising for days. What do you think? Right, let me
Make
roll.
a persuasion check.
Oh shit, that went off the table. Let me roll again.
That's how persuasive it was.
No, 6. So 19.
You're right. I'll buy them. 21 gold.
Oh, brilliant. I appreciate it. I hope we come back one day and see you wearing it.
Rob, you've come into the shop by now to hear. You're right. I'll buy them. 21 gold.
Oh, here we go. Is it? Does the door go ding ding? You know, the bell
No,
hanging
the
off the
bell
door.
was knocked off.
Oh, that's so sad. Yeah. Okay. So I got some shit to sell, right? These Iron Man shoulder pads. I want to get rid of them.
Persuasion check.
And I'm gonna use.
Gonna RP this out for the 3rd time.
I know this shit will take too long. 20.
Sure, 20 gold. Why not?
20 gold. All right. Let's get rid of the shoulder pads.
I'm going to leave, by the way, a single gold coin on there for to say sorry about the door I kicked in.
Does he like actually no, I kind of want to keep the explosive coal. Does he sell? He probably doesn't sell potions, does he? It's
He
just magical
does, yeah.
items. Oh, he does.
Yeah, he sells potions.
Okay, I'm not
What
going to bother.
potions are you in the market for?
I just want a greater healing potion for good measure.
Okay.
Good measure, good sir.
The standard price for a greater healing potion is 50 gold.
50 gold. Okay. How about I show? How about I trade you a little less for a little bit more? I've got some very nice paintings you might be interested in here.
Oh no.
No, don't do it.
What's he,
No,
wait,
don't do it. We'll get barred from this place.
I didn't pay attention to that. What was he offering?
It's
wants
the
to sell-
bloody paintings again. Look, I'm half tempted to say yes just to get rid of the paintings, to be honest.
Well,
No,
it was
no,
either
you gotta
it was
keep
either that.
Wait,
it's-
1 second. 1 second. He wants paintings. What about these commissioned ones I have in my bag? 1 second.
Not
So it's
canon,
either
not
it's
canon.
either I use it as a bartering tool, or I try and find someone who genuinely wants to buy them, like at a store, who can trade them. But yeah,
Make a persuasion check
persuasion check
with disadvantage.
Oh, you bastard! Why? 12.
That's
with
a
a nat one.
isn't
That's
it?
that one.
Bastard.
Damn, you have expertise in persuasion, don't you?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Plus 11.
So, unfortunately, with a nat 1, he's just, I don't want this filth. Get this out of my face.
So I still got them.
God.
Much to your
Yeah,
disappointment, Logan, I still got them.
Yeah, I'll see them again.
You'll see them again.
You'll definitely see him again in a different shop.
As in,
Can I beg him to reconsider?
over that 1. In fact, he looks down at you, Reese. He's like, "What? You want me to accept this filth?
Filth?
Disgusting."
Oh, I'm sure you've got some, black market,
Look at my
back of the
eyes,
alley
look at my young
sort of
eyes.
things that you're willing to sell. Come on, I'm sure you got some other dodgy stuff out the back.
Persuasion check.
Okay. gotta find it.
Skills tab. Right.
Persuasion. Where is it?
17.
Please think of me.
That was
I
it.
have to live. I have to travel with this guy, and he keeps whipping out this naked man.
Very well. I will pay you 5 gold if you destroy the paintings here and now.
Finally.
I reckon I could get more from them somewhere else.
I'm sorry, child. I've done what I can.
Thank you for
He
trying.
stays in like a 30 billion gold establishment lined with magic items. I've done all I can.
How about... actually, no, I was going to threaten him with the coal, but I won't.
Oh.
How about
Go
you?
ahead, buy it.
I wasn't going to. I was tempted.
I remember the crab robot being involved.
Okay, now I've got things I want to buy, but I don't have anything I want to sell him. Because I've got a wallet, but I want to bin that. I'm going to use those gnome clothes. Yeah, no.
Gnome clothes. He's a gnome.
Yeah, but I want to use them at some point.
Yeah, if he turns into a gnome.
Yeah, I need to turn to it. I'm actually going to use that to go into a pub and give someone some tongues of madness. Either a tongue of madness or a potion of...
As Gareth for it.
Oh, maybe actually, because I've seen him. That's what it counts, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Either I'm going to use the tongues of madness or the potion of transform into object on someone.
Wait, no, you got rid of those.
I swear I've still got one.
You drank your one, didn't you?
I thought I had 2.
Maybe I don't remember.
We might have to check this. Okay.
We'll have to check the VOD because
Yeah.
I know you drank one and then Alex gave the rest to Francisca.
I think I bought 2. I think I remember trying to buy 2 because I was like, oh, this will be a meme.
Okay. Remember, those don't wear off. That's a death sentence if someone drinks one of those.
Do they have to do like a death saving throw or anything?
No, like someone can dispel it, but they would have to know to. Like if you fed it to some random peasant who has no contact with wizards and has no wizards who care enough to dispel it, they're essentially like a sword for life.
Okay, well, I'll
I
save
think
that
that's
for
a
later.
way we get.
Which I
that's
will alignment shift you to evil for.
Oh, really?
If
You've
it's
already
done on
alignment
a-
shifted me once.
If it's done on a villain, though, if we don't want to kill him,
Mhm.
would that still be evil? Do you reckon?
No.
You know, like someone like what's
Look,
his face?
if you randomly murder a guy, that's
Yeah.
evil. If it's someone who is your enemy and you are fighting to the death and you choose a non-lethal way of stopping them, that's not evil.
I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of fucking what's his face in New Vegas who you lock in the vault. He's like, please let me out.
Father Elijah.
Yeah, Father Elijah. Yeah.
Oh, I got something that I want to sell. Magical detonator stone.
Okay. Did you not already sell that?
Apparently not.
Okay. It's not a very valuable item
Damn
because one, the thing that it detonates doesn't exist anymore. It's literally just a sending stone that only sends a single like signal, not even a word. But he'll pay 5 gold for it.
Can I try and barter him up to 10?
Make a persuasion check.
All right. 14.
Sure, 10 gold.
Yeah.
We've been in this shop for a long time now.
He's got a bit of money from us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's made a fucking shit ton of money off us.
Yeah.
All right. So that cloak of invincibility or whatever it was that Matt's character had.
The
What is
cloak
it?
of protection.
That's the one. Does he have any of them? I'm kind of interested.
Yeah, it's an uncommon item, so yeah, he could scrounge up another. Well, he could make another one probably. He sold the one that he would have in stock, but so I could have another one in 2 days if you'd like to make a reservation. 300 gold.
If you'd like to make
Oh.
a reservation.
That'd be like almost all my money.
It's a +1 to your AC and all saving throws, though.
Yeah.
Does require attunement.
Oh, does it? Well, what is achievement then? I know you mentioned it earlier, but
Okay, so most magic items require attunement. You can only attune to 3 magic items at a time in order to gain their effects.
I think. Do I have anything attuned to me?
Definitely do. Your Flame Tongue Sword for one thing. Your Moonlight Weapons for another thing.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Probably something else. So you'd have to choose to unattune from something.
So if I unattune from it, what happens?
Just no longer get the magical effect from it. You
So
can
then
always reattune later,
reattune,
but it's
okay.
so that you can't,
You're not
be
OP.
attuned to all of your magic items at the same time.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't think I've got a third item that I'm attuned to. As far as you can feel free to flick through my character sheet and
Yeah, give me a second. Let's look at the cursed inventory screen.
It's so full, isn't it?
I know. I'm trying to get rid of stuff.
What?
Last week.
Of what though?
Don't think the
So
gem of
much shit.
brightness is attuned. Potions, spaghetti ravioli, more potions.
Again, I'm gonna again try and empty this
You-
stuff out.
Do you actually have potions that you use?
Cartons,
Yeah. No, I haven't used So I haven't used the fire resistance potion
Boots of
yet.
Elvenkind. Boots of Elvenkind definitely are attuned.
Okay, right. That's all 3 items.
You could always choose to attune from one of your items.
Like I haven't used Boots of Elvenkind yet, and I was kind of looking at
They
it
give
earlier.
you advantage on all of your stealth checks.
Oh, do
They're
they?
probably the most valuable thing in your inventory.
Wait, am I not? Oh, I haven't been rolling advantage on stealth checks then.
Well, that's up to you to remember, dude. I can't play
Yeah,
it on
no,
characters for
no,
you.
that's my own fault. Okay,
They have saved you a few times when we have remembered them.
right, okay, but yeah, if I get the cloak, then I may as well. So, weapons. So flame tongue deals more damage. So it's probably worth me keeping that attuned, but then unattuning the moonlit short sword.
That's fair.
Sound like a reasonable, yeah. Okay, 300. Yeah.
So now half the party has cloaks of protection. You don't have yours yet, but in 2 days it will arrive. So
Yeah.
it's cloak of protection pending. Yeah, I was about to say put down pending.
Yeah, I'm all right.
But I mean, it's up to you guys, like what the flavor is. You can ask for them to look however you want.
Have you? Is there a thing that goes in the character sheet? No, the thing on the right hand side of the screen where the
Yes,
chat
there
is.
is. I'm going to give it to you when you have the item.
Okay, sure.
In fact, no, I can make it visible to you now.
Yeah, I can read what it does.
God, I've got so many magic items on here now. Edit.
Right. I'm right. I'm just gonna drink the 2 cartons of eggnog because I can't be bothered to have them in my inventory.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw. They're extremely expired by now. It's been like
you're thinking that.
Christmas. It's been a month in game since then, so
14. Oh, sorry. Wait, what? Did I hit the
19.
Wrong? Oh, there you go. 19.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
yeah, they taste real bad, and you're probably gonna have like some really upset stomach tomorrow. But,
Yeah.
2 cartons of expired eggnog.
All right.
Stole off a teenage elf.
I'm binning my mop and bucket because I have no idea why I have them, and same with the empty wallet.
Specifically bought those as well.
Did I?
I
Okay.
think so.
Okay, I'll keep the mop and bucket. Getting rid of the wallet because what the fuck have I got it?
Well, the
Okay.
amount of people have been being sick in this game, you probably need the mop.
True, yeah, you could have used it the whole time.
Yeah, underwater. And I wanted to buy.
Enchanted to actually just clean anything up.
I want to buy some 50 feet of hempen rope from somewhere to refill my burglar's back.
Okay, you can't do that at this shop, but
Yeah, that's fine.
like there's general stores and such. Dale and Co shipping is in God knows, probably Beacon Center. So Sarah spoke about wanting to get armor for Taito, just to get all of the shopping done in one episode. if you ask Blossius, he can direct you to Virian's Anvil, which is in the Palatine Foundries, the area that you're already in.
Okay.
It's he does a lot of military contracts. He's got a very good reputation. He's actually an elf from the Citadel of the Moon above who's moved down to this city. But if you'd like, you can negotiate with him for a custom order.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to remind you, the Palatine Foundry is the area that you're in. It's this very big, like manufacturing hub. It's kind of really built up and industrial. And the city's not quite steampunk, but it's a lot more technologically advanced than a lot of the rest of like any city that you've come to, especially this area. And like gnomes make all sorts of weird stuff and contraptions that you don't recognize. So like traveling through this place is a really unusual experience, not just because the whole city literally glows, but you come to like one of the few buildings which is actually quite dimly lit, as it's just made out of bricks, and there's this large chimney, and you can hear bellows going inside and the sound of a hammer striking. And you enter into the place, and you see the shopkeeper. Elves are kind of ageless anyway. It's kind of hard to like tell how old an elf is. You think he looks in the equivalent of like his late 20s, which is young for someone owning and running his own business in another city. But he looks up at you as can I help you, young lady? You're not lost, are you?
No, I want armor for my cat.
That's adorable.
Oh,
Does Taito come into the shop as well?
he comes after. Like, this is my cat, Taito.
Oh, that's not a cat. Where did you find that?
He grew up with me, but he grew faster.
Clearly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I need something. I nearly dropped him to his death the other day, so I could do something with that can help it be more courageous. Maybe
A
help me
parachute.
with battles. Anything you can think of.
Get him to cough up a fur ball. He'll think it's a little cat. Then I'm going to whisper that very loudly over.
I'm sorry,
Uh,
are they making you fight? What the? What sort of monstrous people are these?
Fate
Uh,
The
touch.
rest of the party have come as well.
yeah,
What, like a toddler fight? What?
and then
Fake
you just
touch,
have
baby.
Erlan coming in saying "fake touch, baby."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Okay, I like how he comes in and says that, and then just me and Yolya and Risa just kind of look at each other like,
Yeah.
knowing
What
the
do you
truth.
mean? I'm fate touched. What do you mean?
Well, no, you don't notice this. This is like a really sly thing we're doing. Really sly.
No, I mean, what do you mean? I'm fate touched. Well, I'm definitely fate touched.
Yes, you're
Of
definitely
course you are.
touched. We 100% believe you, Matt.
Oh,
Wink,
thank God.
wink.
Nudge, nudge.
That was a really like sinister wink coming over, but okay.
You feeling intimidated from a little bird?
More from the giant cat thing, yeah. That I'm trying to also convince the guy isn't deadly.
I mean, there's technically two giant cat things in that party.
Yeah,
Filthy
good point,
cat
actually.
lady.
Yeah, what's the difference between you two?
Well, Taito's an actual cat.
Taito's an
I'm a-
actual panther, and Yolya's a furry.
Okay,
We can see the
I'll take
artwork.
that.
We all know.
Hey, you're blaming me for that? I wasn't the one who drew it.
Whoa, we've thrown shade at Sarah now.
Wow, I paid good fucking money, okay, for that.
Okay, we've gotten off track here. Yeah, so Virian looks down at you. Is like, okay, let's let's shelve the whole child soldier thing for a moment. We'll get back to that. You want armor for your cat.
Cat.
Is he okay with he's like looking from side to side, like taking measurements? Like paces around Taito like nervously. Like he's got pretty big claws. I don't want to get.
He's fine. He's pretty lazy.
Taito just like sits on the ground, eyes him,
Yeah.
yawns. It's like, oh, those are big teeth.
Yeah, he's getting a bit fat, so we need to actually use him.
And I mean, I can make it. It would be a custom order. I've never made armor for a panther before. I know you keep saying cat, but I refuse to believe that.
Cat family.
Yeah, that it's definitely feline. It would take me a few days. I could make something. I'd have to spend an hour or so taking measurements in order to try and make something that wouldn't limit its movement too much. How protective would you like this armor to be? Obviously, metal plates would be the most protective thing. However, or perhaps monster hide, but that would be much more expensive. The issue would be then any metal plates would be quite loud or quite heavy. Monster hide would be more expensive, but wouldn't have those issues. Or I could make some sort of leather protective gear.
And how much is expensive for monster hide?
It depends on the monster. There was recently there was some ankhegs that some local hunters disposed of, who they sold me their remaining parts. If I was to make something out of ankheg hide, perhaps 200 gold.
Okay. And if I were to bring you any hides, would that reduce the price?
Absolutely, yes.
Hmm.
I'm saying that for labor here it would be about 100 gold, so the materials are the
Okay.
rest.
I'll put a hold on it for now then, unless anybody.
Wonderful.
How much did you say it was going to cost?
Yeah, I was gonna say the lone squad can come out.
200.
How much do you have?
I have 300 and 1 platinum piece.
1 platinum piece.
How much is a platinum
How
piece?
come
then?
everybody
It's
else
10
has
gold.
some?
I don't know how you guys work this out.
Yeah.
You probably paid with some of your platinum pieces
Yes,
before.
I'm guessing so, because we
But-
split all the gold that we got from the very, very first thing we ever did.
Yeah, okay, money whore.
Listen, I saved my money. Fuck you.
But yeah, a platinum piece is worth 10 gold.
Okay. Maybe I'll buy the animal hide, monster hide version of the
Okay,
armor.
the ankheg hide.
Yeah, and I'll bear it in mind in the future
How,
to
mu-
bring
how,
some.
how much did you need for like the best armor? What was the
200 gold total.
200 gold total. How much do you have?
I have 315.
Okay.
It's okay. I can get it.
No, I'm just thinking. So I go into my bag and I look at the shopkeep and hold up 2 gold trade bars and say, how much would you take off the price for 2 of these as included?
How much are they worth each?
50.
Okay. He looks at it and says, I could discount the cost of the materials and just do it at labor for that. So it would be 100 gold.
Okay.
So are you happy with that? I look, Risu, you fine with that?
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean-
fine with that.
Gold trade bars are something that is actually just used in place of currency, so people aren't carrying around 50 gold pieces or 500 silver pieces.
Yeah.
They can just carry around 2 bars, so they have a very obvious value.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's fine, and then I hand them over for Risu to pay alongside her other cash.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Risu is paying for that. So Viridian will take an hour to measure up Taito. I don't know whether the rest of the party wants to stick around for this. I'm assuming Risu does.
Yeah.
It'd be a bit weird for her to go, okay, bye, Taito, see you in a
I
bit."
trust you.
Yeah.
Don't eat the shopkeeper.
No. Okay. It's the first time you ever heard him speak. It's never happened before.
No. I'm like,
That doesn't happen. It's not canon.
Oh, you made
well,
it canon.
Maybe
made
the
my name
shopkeeper
canon.
heard it.
He is humming to himself with a tape measure and very closely eyeing the claws and teeth.
And just occasionally Taito growls.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's more just like a low grumble of the one that any bored dog makes. But yeah, after he finishes making these measurements, well, in 2 days, I can have made this. This is a really unique project for me. I've never made panther armor before. I've made armor for mounts. I've even made armor for a wyvern before, but this is a new one.
Yeah, well, you can think of him as a man.
I suppose you are quite small, and they're not really sending you into battle, are they? I
Yeah.
thought maybe you're just carrying their weapons for them, which is also bad, but it's not as bad.
I find this a bit sexist, really.
It's not really about the gender, it's more about the fact that you are very, very young and small. And there's kind
I'm
of moral...
plenty capable.
I mean, the thing is, because you're wearing the Mask of the Robin, you're even smaller than you naturally are. You look even younger than you naturally do.
I'll just take off the mask. It's see, I'm plenty old enough.
You grow by a foot, and now you look like a teenager as opposed to a 5-year-old child. So, well, that's better, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know what else to say. Come on.
Yeah,
Do your job.
He'll start making them. It's transaction over.
Yay.
Thank you.
Okay. So, what would you guys like to do now?
I think it's time we trying to work out. Oh, I think we go see.
I wanted some rope.
No.
To lynch yourself.
Yeah,
late.
exactly.
Please.
No,
I can
my
handle
burglar's
that.
pack.
Continuing the shopping episode,
Isn't
you
the
can
old
buy
man
some
with
rope.
us?
All right, how much?
Oh yeah, the old man.
Did we lose him in the shops?
Silver.
I'll talk about the old man in a second.
I
You can buy some 50 foot of hempen rope for 5 gold.
5 gold for rope.
Yes.
It's almost not worth it. Now forget it.
Okay. Sure.
Fantastic.
Don't buy the rope.
Don't even have 5 gold.
Recently.
Definitely do have 5 gold.
Oh, right, now I have the petroleum pieces. But whatever.
Okay. Do you not have 5 gold?
I have 4 gold and 4 platinum pieces, but I can't bother to convert the
that's
platinum pieces.
45 gold.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, 44 gold.
Yeah.
So he's got plenty gold.
Yeah. Good God, you spent all of your money on that clothes.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was like, this will help, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. It's a very valuable item.
Yeah.
So, Alex, as well, you get the +1 to all of your saving throws. There's a thing on your core stats page.
Yep. Yeah, I know where it is. It's saving throws, isn't it? Where is it? Saving throws, and I just put. Do I put 1 in there or +1?
+1, I think. Hang on, let me check on Sarah's sheet. No, on Matt's sheet, because he has it.
Yep.
Sorry, Matt.
Yeah, no worries.
+1.
Just put 1.
The number 1.
Okay.
Cool.
And that definitely works, right, Matt?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tested this. It does work.
Okay.
Wait, what are you trying to do? I don't understand.
You'll do it as well in a second. It's
Oh, yeah.
cloak adds not just to your armor class, but also to your saving throws.
Yeah.
Ah.
We'll get to that in 2 days, Rob.
2 in-game days, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, no, IRL, it's real time. We play in real time.
Oh.
When you take a long
month.
rest, we physically have to sit here in silence for 8 hours.
Oh, mate, I can't wait.
Sorry, you were asking about the wizard. I'm assuming while you spent like a few hours wandering around the city, he wasn't with you guys. He has gone home by now.
Oops.
Let's head to his home. Would have been
Okay.
a smart thing to do,
Or
probably.
his daughter's house. I
Mhm.
don't think we know where he lives.
No, that
Well,
was his
they
house.
live together.
Yeah, that's okay then.
So yeah, you hail a cab and travel towards the Veiled Gardens, which just to remind you, because it's been a while, it's sort of this like, it's sort of like a park area, but it's more a huge amount of greenhouses and like hydroponics gardens, where a lot of the food is, and it's like some of the only green vegetation you will find on the surface is grown here. So like house prices are extremely high because it's quite a beautiful area. But yeah, you come to this small, it's sort of like almost an apartment building, which has been converted into a house. And you knock on the door and you can hear indoors like shouting between these two. It's like, oh yes, because very famously going and talking to dragons is an incredibly safe thing to do. Like, she's called the Silver Guardian, you know, not the Silver Mass Murderer.
Hold up. Has he told her that he's spoke to the dragon? Oh no, it's just that we're not allowed to say that she's human shaped.
Yeah, we can't. We
Yes.
can't say
Yeah.
shit.
Okay, but we're okay to say she talks.
Yes.
Mhm.
And yeah.
As you know, it's friendly.
Mhm.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what you can hear as you approach the door.
Ooh. Bad time.
So yeah, this is quite clearly she's not happy with him for vanishing on some reckless quest that with like absolutely no plan, without saying where he was going.
Someone gotta be the peacemaker.
Would you like to knock on the door?
Yeah, let's knock
Yeah.
on the door.
Okay, the argument abruptly stops. And what was her name? Hang on, began with an A. Adra, something like. I need to pull up my notes. Alba. Alba Celsus opens the door, and like the like scowl immediately melts away from her face. It's like, oh, wonderful! You've come by. I was gonna have to try and find your lodgings. Otherwise, I have to thank you for bringing back my father to safely home. I'm really, really sorry for all of the trouble he's caused you. I don't have much money myself, but I do feel like there's something that I need to, I need to personally reward you at least with something. So I've gone through some of our own materials, and I brewed these, and she like rushes back indoors and brings out like a small like wooden crate that's made out of like planks of wood that's carrying like small little potion vials. And these 3 are in fact potions of weakness. If someone is splashed by them, it will momentarily weaken them. And these 6 are potions of healing.
Oh, how kind. Thank you very
Well,
much.
very
for
kind. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
So, mechanically, if you like throw a potion of weakness at someone and hit them with it, you have advantage on the next attack against them.
Right, okay.
I've already got a spell that does that. So is that an action to use that?
Yeah, well, it would be an attack to use that rather than an action. So it'd be an action to cast the spell, but an attack to cast the thing.
Okay.
Thank you. It will help us in the future.
Yeah, I was going to say thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm sorry I don't have much money. I certainly hope that when you took this contract from the king, he promised you some form of reward.
Yeah, we've got some kind of reward coming our way. Don't know how much of a reward it will be.
I wouldn't know about that. Is there anything else I can help you with? I mean, you're very welcome here, of course. I'm very grateful to you, but me and my father were just discussing his journey.
It's like, oh, yes, his journey was quite interesting for us to retake his
Don't trust everything he says.
steps.
So I've heard. Thank you very much for bringing him home safely. I know he can be difficult to manage. I imagine he didn't even bother saying goodbye to you when he left.
No.
No, that's why we came here, really, to see if he actually made it back.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if he had managed to get lost.
I don't even think he acknowledged just when he... Did he acknowledge us when we even turned up with the...
He did, but he was like surly and dismissive and like forgetful.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
There was a dragon there. He was much more interested in that than he was in any of you losers.
How can you not be interested in me? How dare he?
It's not furry. Scaly.
Scaly.
That's canon now. He's a scaly.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't have the Virtue's future wife.
Yeah, Virtue's alive.
Listen, I will come kick every god's ass.
Yeah,
Not true.
Virtue's alive.
Yeah.
He better be.
Yeah.
You can go yeah all you want. He's alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely safe. And definitely alive.
When's the last time you called him?
How am I meant to call him?
Send him a letter.
Yeah.
Could do that. He's only in the city above you.
That's a good point.
You've been gone for like, what, a week and a bit now?
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Good idea. Oh,
Hi, son.
Hi, Virtue. Hot. I send him one of the commission pieces I had. the Yarkin X Virtue. Yowie.
I'm going to send him one of the photos I have as well, separately.
Yeah, send him that. We can finally get rid of it.
I was going to say you sneak it in there while I wasn't looking.
Okay, so what are you guys doing next?
I think we should. But what? How long have we been awake?
I was going to say, yeah.
Because we don't know what time it is.
You've spent. I suppose you spent a good like 6 or 7 hours now going all around the city, here and there, negotiating with shopkeepers, and then like you spent a while with Francisca negotiating with her. So it's probably coming towards like the end of the day. Blotius will say it will take at least a day anyway to get an appointment with the king.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we organise an appointment with the king and then convene and then return to our lodgings to rest.
Yeah, so again, rooms are provided for you at the Lovely Egg Inn. It's just like a really comfortable sort of like B&B atmosphere. there's all-day breakfasts and dinners purely because everyone works on their own schedules. But well, it's there's set shifts and such, but the shifts are irregular and people don't have normal sleeping patterns. So no one questions no matter what time it is when you go to bed, and you've sort of come to the realization that you have absolutely no idea what time it is, and that you think it's been over a week since you came down to this city, but you can't really be sure of exactly how many days.
I want to buy a pocket sundial next time we go shopping.
Yep.
I'm pretty certain that will totally work down here.
Yep.
I can cast dancing lights on it.
Yep, that'll work.
Oh, it's
The
3
time's
o'clock. No, it's 6
3
o'clock.
o'clock,
No, it's 12.
5
Oh, it's 4. I don't know.
There's these 5 floating, glowing lights spin around it. It's pointing in 6 directions at once.
It's whatever time you want it to be.
Okay. So yeah, Lottius can make arrangements for you all to meet with the king. You all rest and you all have your own rooms, and during the night something does happen. In fact, finally we'll get to some story related stuff. Risu, this isn't the first time that this has happened during your dreams. It's not even the first time this has happened during your dreams in this very inn. But Istus calls to you again, and you awaken, and you are in her domain. The tapestry of fate stretches out infinitely all around you, and Istus is stood just a few meters away, waiting for you to come to your senses.
Okay.
And she says, "Good evening, Grisu."
Greasy.
Morning, evening.
Greasy.
No, I'm not greasy.
Greasy
Yeah,
Jew.
Greasy.
Are we all in a
suppose
dream just
the-
laughing at her?
Yeah.
No, you guys.
No,
are
it's a
not there.
nightmare.
You are never invited back to this domain, except for Risu.
God fucking damn it! I demand an entrance.
You're not
You-
even fate touched.
Yeah, I was
I am
gonna
fate
say,
touched.
look,
I
hey,
want to
don't
speak to
feel
your
so
manager.
bad. 1 second. Matt, don't feel so bad, Erlan. I call her imfucker, so I'm definitely never allowed ever again.
I demand an audience with the
With-
fucker.
Yes!
So, she laughed to herself when you say morning, and it's I suppose time doesn't really matter very much where you are or where I am, but either way, I've called you here in your dream because I've made a discovery about why some people are missing their fates, and I'd like to show you exactly what I am 90% sure the cause is.
Okay, that'll help because I learnt nothing from Erlan. He just seems to think he's fate touched, and
He doesn't seem to be the most switched on person I've ever.
have you ever met him?
All you can hear from the ghostly door is dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, and she reaches out her hand to you and is would you come with me and allow me to show you what I've discovered?
Yeah, do I take her hand?
Yep, so you take her hand.
This is how she got the
that's
imp.
up to you.
This is how she got the imp.
No,
No.
she likes small people.
Do you remember that scene in
The goblins in there.
first Matrix movie where all of the weapons are flying past them in the armory as they enter when they're in the simulation?
Yeah.
Because you essentially have the same thing of you're stood perfectly still, but the world is rushing past you, this enormous tapestry, until you come to the edge of what is essentially a huge, almost crater in this tapestry, and it's not ground that you're stood on in the first place, it's more like Fred. So seeing a crater which is just full of black ink is even more strange. And she says, I'm not entirely sure how yet, but I can assume who and why there has been an attack on my domain, and this looks a little bit worse than it is. It's not possible to just destroy a part of a god's domain without them noticing. But I think after you and your comrades have been acting in my name and throwing a spanner into this creature Zernas's plans, he saw fit to retaliate by displacing part of my domain, and with it the fates of anyone who are connected to it. This is why people who I'm sure must have at some point had fates suddenly do not, and why I suddenly don't have any knowledge of people like kings and people who are apparently important enough to meet fate touched.
So, how would Erlan come to the conclusion that he's fate touched? Is this a past that doesn't exist to you anymore? Does this affect your memory?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, I had no knowledge of Erlan's existence. All of my knowledge of him must have been erased when this part of my domain was stolen from me. And so he could well have been fate touched, or perhaps he's just a unique individual and came to the conclusion that he must be fate touched.
I'll keep open-minded because both seem possible at this time.
From what I've seen of him since you've met him, yes, that does in fact seem possible.
Yeah.
I called you here because I wanted to ask for your help in dealing with this. I mean, I already named you my champion, and I know that from here on you'll be going into more dangerous situations, and that from here on you will probably be facing this Zernas more. There must have been a ritual conducted somewhere on Horizon which has done this, and I know that Zernas can't have done it himself because he's not on Horizon.
And is there any way of finding any signs? Is there any clues?
Nothing that I am able to perceive just by the nature of what has been done, but if you guys are going to be encountering more of this creature, going to be dealing with more of his plans, I'm hoping that you might come across something like this. And I'm not asking you to do this for free. In fact, I'm already ready to give you a reward. Would you mind letting me have a look at your bow for a moment?
Yeah.
She takes the bow off your hands and says to you, this bow was an artifact of mine. It's what marked you as my champion. It was created by the creature that I will not mention, that I had no relationship with, using a part of my power.
Just
I'm not judging. I'm too young to judge.
She hears in the background just Yolia giggling away to herself like knew it.
But I am able to empower this weapon with some of my own divinity. And the string of the bow, which previously was a flame string bow, now turns to this golden incandescent. It's not even really a thread, it's more a beam of light that connects between the bows. And your flame string bow is now a fate string bow. And I've already updated the magic item.
Does it work underwater?
To you. So,
yeah, does it work underwater?
This bow has been empowered by Istus and can now make one attack roll per day into a critical hit, no matter what you roll.
Okay.
She says, just as an advance payment for you continuing to help me with this problem. I wanted to let you know that you're not doing this for free. And I hope that this could be helpful for you.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Can it fire underwater? Because I've been made a mockery since I tried.
I'll keep that in mind for the next upgrade.
Okay. And another question about the ink blot on your fate roll, fate tapestry. Is there anything at all that we can make, that you've made a connection, like any of those people on there, or is it like a vast amount of people that you can't make a connection? Like you said King, you said Erlan. Is there any connection?
There must be more, and the problem is that by the nature of this being erased from my mind, I don't know. There's known unknowns. This is an unknown unknown. I don't know who I don't know is the issue. And I certainly don't know of any connections between Erlan and King Octavius other than the fact that they both exist down on the surface. So maybe the ritual was conducted down on the surface.
Okay, that's fine. We'll do our own investigation.
For a god, you'd really think I would be more useful, but this has been created specifically to foil me, so
that's fine.
Yeah, that can't be of much help.
Because she's got imp dick on the mind.
Ouch.
Bruh.
Where are these telepathic messages coming from?
Yolia takes 10 psychic damage. She pierces the veil of the world.
Whoa.
Beholds what shall not be beheld. Okay. She says, I think with that I will return you to your rest. I thank you in advance for all of your help.
Thank you for the new bow.
And she claps her hands together, and white light spreads out and blinds you, and when you awaken, it is the next morning. Everyone has had a long rest, and breakfast is waiting downstairs.
It's always waiting downstairs.
Time to eat.
It's always time to eat.
Mm-hmm. There's coffee, hot chocolate, tea.
I want coffee.
I want all three.
You can have all three. Your meals are paid for.
I want someone to open up a tea bag, remove the tea, put coffee and hot chocolate in, and dunk that in a glass of hot water.
Yeah, growing up, I did that for my uncle. He asked for a cup of coffee, and I thought you have to put tea bag before you get coffee in.
All right, I was gonna make fun of Rob now, but pivot. What?
Yeah, well, it was the first time I was making tea, and horrified. I've remembered since.
So instead of coffee, you made an abomination.
Okay.
He never mentioned anything, so it must have been okay.
What was this exactly again?
I was asked to make coffee, and because all I knew was to make tea. I made tea, and then I added coffee.
So you put like a spoonful of coffee into a cup of tea.
You know what? That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Doesn't sound too bad. It's just flavoured coffee, I suppose.
Sure, I mean the coffee's going to like overpower the tea.
Is this like Earl Brown?
This is
I can't remember.
This is an abomination. I feel so sorry.
Who did you make it for again?
It was for my uncle.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that tomorrow.
Rob, that surprises
let us
me
know.
so little.
You might be onto something.
Yeah.
You're braver than all of us combined.
Anyway.
Okay. But yeah, breakfast is provided. Pancakes, bacon and eggs, whatever you guys want. And again, all paid for on Lord Duskwatch's dime.
So the spaghetti ravioli, is it?
No.
Is it?
It's
right.
compost in your pocket by now. It's been a while, Rob.
I know. I'm not asking if I can eat it. I'm asking, can I eat a plate of the food and then switch out for spaghetti ravioli that's been in my pocket this entire time and say my food is off?
Why are you complaining about a free meal? Sure, you can. I know the reason why. It's because chaos.
Chaos. Yeah, well, it's all the chaos, all that chaos.
Sure. Make a sleight of hand and a deception check.
Okay, so 15 on sleight of hand and
sure, no one knows
26 of deception.
Yeah, the owner of the inn comes out and is like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I don't even. The plates must have gotten switched. That's nothing I've ever. I don't know where that came from. That's not even food. I'm so sorry. I mean, I will immediately discount this off the price of your meal. Let me just bring you out another plate. Please tell me you haven't eaten any of this."
I tried a bit. I thought it was something different.
Oh, you poor fool.
I feel a little bit ill. And actually, so I'm still ill after that eggnog that I had the night before.
Your stomach gurgles uncomfortably.
Yeah.
She's like, "Well, I will go and fix up some stomach medicine for you right now."
Please.
And she comes out with a little sachet of medicine.
I feel sickened.
Gives it to you.
I've never had this happen to me before.
And well, if you take it, it actually does help settle your stomach. And yeah, that free meal, it gets discounted off the price of all that stuff you're not paying for.
I don't care.
But you've made this woman's day significantly worse.
Good.
You're a horrible person.
Oh, chaos. You're welcome. Carry on.
You're not even playing a warlock anymore. This is the sort of thing that a patron would have loved. But no, you're doing this for your own reason.
Just for my own chaos.
Its own sadistic self.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I can carry on.
So, Blotius comes for you while you're eating your breakfast and tormenting this poor woman who's just trying her best to provide a hospitable inn for you to stay at. And says, "Good news, everyone. I have managed to get you all an appointment with His Majesty today. And I've already sent news ahead of your success, so I imagine he will wish to discuss your reward. If you would like, we can set out immediately for the castle.
Yeah.
Or you can sit inside." Okay, wonderful.
Let's get going. It's time to do stuff.
Yeah, it's already midday, maybe, or midnight. I'm not sure.
We don't know what time it is.
Dancing lights.
We just woke up, had breakfast. Please let it be actual morning.
It's 50:15. Let's make a move.
It's morning for you guys.
Sorry?
It's morning for you guys.
No, I want it to be actual morning, as in, if we went up to the surface again, the sun
It's
would
always
just be
5
rising.
o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, reason to
Not
drink.
enough
Oh, I don't have any booze on me.
I mean, I can't imagine what this is doing to my birdie body clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Constantly
Your birdie
lying,
clock. Is that your birdie clock?
Always
My birdie
tired.
clock. Yeah, tired and blind.
But yeah, you once again a cab is hailed for you, and you come to the Bulwark Dragon's Keep, and I've described it before, but it is this really large, because Bulwark is already a very defensively oriented city. It's got these massive high walls made of glowing metal, but this is a castle in the middle of the city, made entirely of this glowing, heavily fortified metal, and you can see all these fortifications and ramparts built onto this castle as you come in through the main gates of it. And you are led through hallways until eventually you come before the throne room, and you are asked to take a number and put into a queue where you wait. And you wait for a pretty long time before your number is eventually called, like at least an hour. And you come out and you see the king sitting on his throne, and he looks like it's the end of a long day for him. He's good evening. I've heard of your successes in the endeavor that I sent out for you all. I would love to hear your report on exactly what happened.
So yes,
then we can discuss rewards.
We had set off in search of what was the name of the god again? The wizard.
Celsus is his last name. It'd be the wizard Celsus.
We set off in search for the wizard Celsus. We found out that he had actually gone to try and find the Silver Guardian's lair. And upon hearing this, we figured that he must have arrived there at this point, as it been gone so long. We had also then reached out to find the wizard's the lair of the Silver Guardian, to find that she was a very, very kind dragon, silver dragon.
Mm-hmm. During like your whole speech, he doesn't say a word. He just sits there and listens and like absorbs it all.
So we had managed, after doing a favor for the I won't explain what the favor was.
Yeah.
You know, to favor for the Silver Guardian, she allowed us to come back here to with the wizard after he had done a favor for herself.
Pardon my interruption, madam, but you claim that one of my wizards not only made contact with the Silver Guardian, but also performed a service for her?
Yes. To help do, I don't know what it was they helped her with. I mean, it's way over my head in terms of like technical stuff. Wizard stuff, probably. But
of course. And he like beckons someone over and whispers to them, and they leave.
Can I make a perception check for hearing to see if I can overhear that?
Yep. Make your perception check.
Okay, 1 second.
Well, Sarah might be able to. She has good hearing, doesn't she?
Yes, 18.
Okay. Sarah, are you going to make your perception check?
Perception, yes.
Oh,
20.
Well.
So you both hear him say, "Summon the wizard Celsus. I would like to speak with him."
And can we tell if it's in like intimidating? Like if he's in
That
trouble?
would be an insight check.
Insight. Okay, I'll roll that.
Oh, why my insight always poor?
Could I be lucky?
Yeah, you can use a luck if you want to.
What?
Oh no, it's worse.
Is it worse?
Yeah.
It's worse.
It hasn't come through to me yet. Oh, sorry. Yes, it has.
Yeah,
So,
we both got the same then, basically, because she can't take her old.
He's a king, man. He does diplomacy a lot. It's just he's a hard man to read. He's got a good poker face.
Wait.
There doesn't seem to be any special emotion behind his voice. He just says it very matter-of-factly, just very subtly to try and avoid interrupting you guys at all. You don't know whether you've said something wrong or whether you've said something right. At
this point, fearing that I point out, she also had told us about and then I explain what is this old one? So is it the old one?
The Deep Terror.
The Deep Terror, in trying to aid us in our quest to help try and repair this fractured world.
Yes, Lord Duskwatch, the elven lordling, did tell me of your quest to slay some world-visiting monster. So you are telling me that you performed a task for the Silver Guardian. You made a bargain with her, and that she not only relinquished my wizard to you, but also agreed to assist you with something.
In regards to
your upcoming meeting with the Deep Terror.
Yes, which I believe is actually something you had agreed to arrange with us.
Yes, and I think this is as good a time as any to begin discussions of your reward, yes?
Well,
there can be no doubt we've already confirmed for ourselves that the Wizard Celsus has in fact returned to the city unharmed, and that you in fact were the ones who returned him. And as such, there is our agreed upon reward that I will facilitate a meeting between yourselves and the creature known as the Deep Terror. In addition to that, I believe some small reward is owed to you all for bringing news of your negotiations and friendly contact with the Silver Guardian. I would hate for you to think that going above and beyond is not something that would be rewarded within my kingdom. And he claps his hands, and someone comes out with a small chest and opens it up and says, "You may consider this to be a bonus to your payment." And in it is 60 platinum pieces.
I can remember.
Oof.
Nice.
That's 10 each, right?
Mm-hmm.
More than 10.
Yeah.
12.
12 each.
12 each.
Who was complaining about not having platinum pieces earlier?
Me. I had one.
Now you have
13.
13.
Now you have 13.
13.
Oh, no, those are platinum bars.
No, platinum pieces.
I thought you found platinum bars.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes, you did find platinum bars.
What?
Oh, I found bars. Oh, I
Yeah,
put
you
one.
found- No, you found. Was it 1 or 2
So
platinum
you had
bars?
no
You found
platinum
2
pieces.
platinum bars, which are both worth an extremely large amount of money each.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you should have
right.
tried to sell them.
What? Oh.
You actually had more money than you realised because you had 2
Yeah,
platinum
a lot
bars.
more.
Are they in your inventory?
I don't
No,
think you-
they
Oh, just be a
weren't. I
second.
put them as a platinum piece.
Okay. Put 2 platinum bars worth 200 gold each in your inventory.
Oops.
Mad.
Damn, you could have quite easily afforded that armor set. You could have just given him one of them platinum bars.
Yeah.
Here you go. Boom. Just pull out this platinum bar. Just scared the bloody
Breaks his
heart-
table in
elf.
half.
Scared this elf to death. It's like, where the hell did you get that from?
I want it! Said the very small child-looking person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will pay you with one of these!
When with the chest, I say to the king, we graciously accept this bonus reward. It is we are very grateful for such a payment.
Wonderful. I'm glad that there is no disagreements about your treatment. Now, our arrangements have already begun to be made for your journey to go out and meet the Deep Terror. I will, of course, be sending some people along with you in order to make sure that you do not run into any issues with local, shall we say, wildlife along the way. However, when you meet this creature, I must warn you, it is not going to be especially friendly. And whether you make it away from this rendezvous safely or not will be entirely up to you.
That's a good thing the Silver Guardian said she would aid us in this then.
It certainly is. I would love to hear any details you would like to share about your bargain with her. She is notoriously difficult to contact.
I think we rubbed her the right way.
Yeah, I think asking if you just ask her about history, I'm sure you'll find she'll be more than willing to talk.
Of course, silver dragons have a famous love for hoarding history. This is something that I'm well aware of.
Well, there you go. If you just, instead of being an extremely diplomatic person, just be friendly to her, you might have actually, got her to be less reclusive.
Perhaps there's something to be said about the value of humility here.
I mean, I suppose it goes both ways. The dragon has her own sense of humility. It's just two stubborn people.
I mean, the one is a dragon and the other's a king. What do you expect?
Yeah, they have their own laws.
Of course. Now, I would love to stay and chat longer, but there is a very long queue behind all of you.
None of these people are important.
I certainly hope they don't hear you saying that.
Is there any soldiers looking angry?
There's lots of soldiers all around. Some of them are snickering. Some of them look very stern. But none of the people in the queue behind you, they're all out of the room, so they don't hear.
Okay.
I turned towards the door, just crack a knuckle. I was like, yes, none of them are important. But I'm sure we will be gone now. We will await the meeting that is required.
Wonderful, and I hope Glottius and the looks towards your guide. I hope that people have already contacted you about arrangements for their transport to the Deep Terror. I'm not going to roleplay with myself because it's really awkward, but he has, and all this has been prepared. And with that, you are permitted to leave, and you are led once again out of the castle. You always have an escort with you. There's no stops allowed to be made anywhere until you are out of the castle entirely.
Wow, that's rude.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Just wander around a king's house, sure.
Yeah, of course.
This area is more than just the king's house, obviously, but so Blottius will say, yes, transport has already been arranged and it is waiting for you at it will be waiting for you at the North Gate tomorrow morning. If you have any other business in the city, I would urge you to do it now. And
don't forget your cloak.
Yeah,
which will also be available tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And also your armor.
Yeah.
Well, Taito.
Yeah, hopefully one of us will remember our stuff.
Yeah. I think probably this is a quite good ending point for the session.
Whoa.
Cool.
Unless you guys want to continue to go on later, but I think that's just a good natural stopping point, ready for the next big part of your adventure.
We've really got to not forget our stuff.
Yeah.
Make a note.
What?
But I'll write something on the screen for you. Hang on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the reason why I have so many things in my inventory is because I noted down all the different potions that I've got that are also in the journal, so that's why it looks like I have considerably more items than I actually do. I rearranged everything to make it a bit more sense. I might sell for hand axe because there's almost no point in having it.
There we go. Is that a good enough note for you, Rob?
Oof.
I hope so. Don't know what it means. I can't
scale?
read.
I'll make it larger for you.
Yeah, I see.
Can you fill up? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
That better?
Yeah.
That's some big ass graffiti.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is it in
and now when you see that, you'll remember, oh, I need to get my cloak of protection.
So is mine from Garius Glamorous Goodies?
Yours is from Gareth's
He's,
Glamorous Goodies.
He's giving you a reason to use the mop and bucket. You've got to rub
Yeah.
off that graffiti now.
Oh yeah.
You could enchant the mop and bucket like quite cheaply to have like prestidigitation on it, and it could just clean up anything it touches.
Amazing. Oh, I kind of don't
That's
do that.
something that can very cheaply be done.
How much will it cost?
Well, it's only a cantrip, so like, what, 40 gold?
So it's still a lot from mop and bucket.
Well, without negotiating, 40 gold.
Okay. So I might be able to get down to like 25, 30. If I'm lucky.
If Matt agrees to negotiate for you, you can
Actually, well, I've got some pretty high. I've got plus
Oh, that's
11
true,
on
yeah.
my persuasion.
Make your persuasion check. Do it.
Okay,
Let's
sure.
just do it now.
Do it now, sure. Persuasion. Fucking 14.
30. 30 gold.
Can I come back another day?
Nope.
Lol.
Okay.
Are you going to get your prestidigitation mop?
For memes, I'm really tempted to do it. Why not?
What else are you going to spend that money on?
Okay. 30
Okay.
gold, here you go.
Call it a mop of cleaning.
Mop of cleaning, okay.
And it cleans up anything you mop with it. Just
Wow,
erases the dirt.
There you go. Worth
Does
it.
it magically.
30 gold. Best enchantment ever.
There we go.
I think that is probably the stupidest sale of cash I've ever heard of.
All
I
right.
pretend I didn't see that.
Okay,
There we
let's
go. I had fun.